Hey everybody, we are going live from downtown Eugene, where there's going to be maybe peaceful protests, maybe riots, not sure what's going to go on. We want to get the ideas of what people are going for down here. I do want to just 100% say I support people's constitutional rights to protest peacefully. Everybody has that First Amendment right. I do not support when things get violent. I do not support when people start burning people's shit down. I do not support when people start breaking other people's property or breaking the law, because that is not a peaceful protest. That is, in fact, a riot. So hopefully this doesn't turn into that. But we're about to see what happens. We are down here a little off site. It's literally already blocked off. So it's pretty impossible to see what's going on until we start walking into it. So I wanted to be a little bit sneaky and get into my camouflage. We're going to have Graves actually doing the camera work today, and we're here with my friend, Big Bill. You can see why we call him Big Bill. He makes me look small. I'm 6 foot, and this dude towers over me. So we're going to be down here hanging out. Real quick, I need to get into my camouflage, so I'm going to hand the phone to Graves, and you guys can see what I'm doing so that I can blend so that people won't think that I'm, me. There you go, kiddo. And you guys, let me get changed real quick. Out of the fat electrician shirt. Out of the fat electrician shirt and into the fire. I'm going to be wearing this so that I blend in, so that I'm, incog. And yeah, we had these shirts specially made.
It's important when in territory like this that you are able to look the part so that folks are willing to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get that input.
Well, we want to be able to get real life input from people. We don't want them to be automatically on the defensive and think that, we're here to start some shit. We want to blend. This is us blending. Really good at blending, by the way. It only cost $100 at the shirt shop at the mall. But we got 4 of them. So, Bill, are you going to be wearing yours today?
I was giving that some thought. I think I'm going to stay Switzerland at this second.
You're worried about bursting into flames?
I think it's a possibility.
Okay.
I think that there's a high probability I could burst into flames. While I don't take a particular side in anything, I'm going to remain Switzerland neutral right here.
Same. I don't take a particular side in anything. I take the side of the American people. And part of that is taking the side of people's right to protest. Right. Their First Amendment right to be able to protest when they don't like what's going on. Absolutely. Or any grievance that they have. As long as they keep that lawful, I'm all for it. I do want to let you guys know, just as far as supplies, I have, besides just video supplies that we are bringing with us, I'm bringing Narcan, because I'm genuinely here because I want to get people's opinions, but also if I find a place where I can help somebody, I've brought a full box of Narcan to distribute. If I see anybody who seems like they might need it, or they might want it, or be able to use it in the future, I am a Narcan distributor, and that's something I'm passionate about. I want to be able to help people. We also brought waters. We brought, of course, Monster energy drinks, extra large. We got some Zins, couple pockets full of Zins, because zin, zin, zin. And, we want to just keep everything peaceful, but just in case, we do each have gas masks. Graves actually has asthma, and we want to make sure that we're safe. I think I don't have enough room in my backpack for all 3 gas masks. I was just going to bring the kids. If anything gets hairy, we can come back here and grab gas masks.
And all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. I'm gonna make the kid evacuate if anything gets to the point where
if we get escalation, we'll change the whole dynamic.
Yeah, I don't want the kid, with him having asthma, I want to make sure that he's 1,000% safe, which is why we have him a gas mask, and hopefully nothing comes to that. Hopefully things remain peaceable, everyone stays calm. Hopefully this is a unifying moment for people. And we can learn from them, they can learn from us, but you never know how this thing is going to go. We might end up getting tased. We might end up getting billy clubs stuffed up my ass sideways. Stranger things have happened to me. Again, yes, again. So we're going to be walking out and checking this out. We're actually parked behind a place of my nightmares, a place that I had to visit, unfortunately, all too recently, the jail. It is right over yonder way. I've been booked into this jail, I believe the last time that I took count. Deputy Simpson, very nice deputy, always would put me directly into the kitchen because she knew I was a good prep cook. Did you lock the car? But she said that I had been lodged in there 42 times, and I think I've been back twice since then. I wasn't expecting to be brought back, but I did have a warrant that I had to clear up, so that was what it was. So here we go as we go downtown. This structure right over here, kid, if you can get the jail, this is the Lane County Jail. Back in the day, it was always on a one-in, one-out basis. If one person went in, that meant that somebody was going home. It's not like that anymore, it seems like.
We used to pray, like, man, somebody get arrested tonight.
Matrix us out.
Somebody get arrested so we can get out.
Yes. So real quick, can I do a mic check? Can you guys all hear me? Do you see any comments? Let me know how the volume is on this, please, you guys. And William, thank you so much. Yo, just wanted to say I'm excited to watch this, and happy Father's Day from my family to yours. William, we love you so much, bro. Thank you so much, and happy Father's Day to you and your family. Please keep me apprised of supers as you see them, because I don't want to not be answering supers. I love this community. I love the support that you guys give me. You guys are absolutely incredible, and you have no idea how far that support goes to keep us moving and keep us being able to do what we do. Equipment is expensive, and there's a lot of stuff going on. We're going to be crossing the street over here, and as you can see, there's already a flow of people, but you hear kids. You see that everything is calm. Everybody seems very mellow. Everybody seems to be in a good mood so far, which is just wonderful. That's what we would hope for. As a citizen and as a member of this community, the last thing I want to see is and they keep it productive. That sends a far better message for whatever message you are trying to send. As you can see, there is a police presence over here, but they seem very calm. It seems like they're having a very easy shift today so far. That's what we like to see.
Probably got about 4 blocks or so, I would say at this point.
Bill is estimating that we've got about 4 blocks until we start hitting crowds, which is super cool. As you guys can see, Eugene is a fairly beautiful place, man. During the summer, when it's not abysmal weather, we get about 2-3 months of good weather, and the rest of the time it's very gray, which is, Grave likes that stuff because he's very emo. I love your dog. How's it going today, you guys? Good, good. Have you guys seen anything happening today? Are you expecting it, or are you just ready?
No, we're just hanging out. We're letting visitors come in.
Nice. Oh, cool, man. Thank you for what you're doing. I've been in there. It's a bad hotel to be in, but the visits definitely help.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you guys have a blessed day. Stay safe out here. So this was a place that I resided back in my past life when I was up to shenanigans, tomfoolery, and the occasional muck. As you can see, you can't make it half a block without police presence. This is not usual for Eugene, Oregon. Eugene, Oregon usually doesn't have this many officers on patrol. I would estimate that they've probably called in everybody. Some people are getting overtime hours out of this, probably costing the taxpayers a lot, to be real. But that's okay, because in Oregon, we pay super high taxes. So the next couple blocks up, they have pretty well barricaded. They're diverting traffic up there.
PD observation.
Yeah.
So the top of that building is where
Here.
The top of that building is where the Eugene Police run their DFR program, the drones as first responders.
You can see them up there.
Yeah, so that's where they're perched. They have multiple aircraft patrolling the entire downtown at all times. When you actually call 911, they're off that building before you're even done with the call.
Really?
Yeah, it's an automated presence up there. They're also using it as a spotter's nest in a pilot's area to coordinate all the air response for this event.
Okay. Hey, will you tell the people what it is that you do? Because I'm sure at this point, since you know this, they think that you're probably a federal agent or some sort of a spook.
I'm obviously not here in my professional capacity, but I work for a large nonprofit here in town. I'm the director of operations.
It's beautiful, beautiful. Not law enforcement.
Absolutely not. I have a lot of interactions with community partners and things like that, and based on my history, my head's always on a swivel. I watch everything.
Speaking of your history, Bill, you have made one of the most incredible turnarounds that I have ever seen. Are you comfortable talking about any of that prior history?
Absolutely, I'm not shy.
Let's talk about it.
All right.
We know each other from way back in the Maybach.
Right.
Me and you actually have done, a couple things back in the day that we won't talk about, but
Yeah,
just
here and
give
there.
the people a little bit of what your story is.
So 2 times in my life, I've gone to prison, once to the state system, once to the federal system for a total of just under 17 years. My life was riddled with addiction, abuse stories from when I was young, a lot of bad stuff, but I refuse to let that stuff define me. I refuse to let those things limit me to what I can do and who I am, and so I blazed a new path. I got out this second time and made it a point to do everything I could to get on my grind. Been with my current employer almost 3 years now. Could not be happier. Progressed and been promoted a few times. I work and donate a lot of my time as well for various things. I work with Eugene Warming Center. I work with all kinds of various agencies, trying to do my part, trying to give back, trying to make things right from a many-year history of doing things wrong. It's important to me to focus on this stuff and to turn things around and to put work into doing right. I think that's what defines you after a major fall, is how you get back up and who you help and how you look doing it.
And coming from where we came from, it's so amazing to see you now as opposed to where we were back then. Graves, can you get over here? If you can see, the EPD has just closed off this street rather suddenly. They were shooing people with their horns and their lights to get out of the way. And as you can see, it doesn't look like there's anything that really inspired or instigated this. I think this is probably just them setting up a perimeter around the jail.
They're doing the same thing behind us.
Oh, are they doing the same thing behind us over here on the other side of the street?
This way.
Okay,
Maybe.
excellent. Well, we're going to keep walking. Hey, Mike, how's it going, brother? He is another, I'm not sure who you're talking about here, Mike. I must have missed something. But he's saying there is another lol cow. I love that term so much. And a pedo.
You got 10 of them coming if you want a shot of that.
Yo, here we go. Please check him out. Let me know who that is, Mike, because I must have missed something because I'm not sure who you're talking about. Here we have the EPD mobilizing on bikes. This allows them to get to places where the cars and the motorcycle cops won't have as easy of access, and to navigate through crowds a lot easier. So there they go, the MRT. Love you, Mike. Thank you so much, brother. I'm going to strap in for safety. Oh, yeah, much safer now. Over here, we have one of my favorite places in town, one of my favorite businesses. This is Area 51 Piercing. They are a great piercing shop. If anyone is in the Eugene area and you want to get any sort of body modification, a body piercing, that type of a thing, if you want to hang from hooks, if you want your gooch to have a ladder that goes all the way up, that is the place to go. Area 51 is the shop. That is the spot. They have great staff. The owner is amazing, and you would love them.
They are. They created a perimeter around the Lane County Jail. They're putting tape up right now, so they're definitely bumping out the perimeter from the Lane County Jail.
So it makes sense to block off the jail and blockade the jail with what we've seen in prior incidents. Oh, here is an undercover. What is that? Is that a Charger? Okay. Oh, that's Department of Homeland Security? Ladies and gentlemen, we have DHS in the house, the Department of Homeland Security. It looks like they're headed down towards the perimeter they've created around the jail. And, you know, we've seen the detention centers have been targets in these, you know, places, other places, Seattle, Los Angeles, New York. So it makes sense. This is the only real holding center that we have in Eugene would be the Lane County Jail, which is kind of why we parked there. It was a good starting point and somewhere very familiar to dudes like me and Bill. Let's keep heading down.
Does anybody know where the old 6th Street Grill is?
So the 6th Street Grill, right now you are on 5th. The 6th Street Grill, I believe, is right up, if you go up there to the stop sign you can see right there.
6th Street's right there, and 6th Street Grill's right there. All right.
Okay, is it right there? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Someone more informed on directions than I am. Sorry, ma'am. You have beautiful dogs, sir.
Thank you, guys.
So yeah, as you can see, we're getting more into the populated area. Still very peaceful, still very calm, still very law-abiding. So things you might not know about Eugene, Oregon. Eugene, Oregon is the home of Nike. The very first pair of Nikes, Phil Knight, the originator of Nike, made the first pair of Nikes here in a house downtown. Was it his car?
Trunk of his car at a parking spot at MacArthur, the original MacArthur Court. To this day, the parking spot has a gold chain around it, not allowing anybody to park there.
And it was made with a waffle maker. The soles of the shoes were first Nikes were made with an actual waffle maker. This is also a college town. We have the U of O, go Ducks, you some bish. So we get a lot of new people circulating on a regular basis into Eugene and out of Eugene. Should we jaywalk? We're gonna jaywalk. Nobody call the feds. We just saw Department of Homeland Security. I don't need them up our ass. Oh my God, alert. It's time for a fresh Zin. Here we go, crack one off. Oh yeah, feeling better already. Hey, what's up? How are you, my brother?
It's a good day.
Yep. Are you having fun down here?
Yeah.
We are live streaming, just so you're aware. Are you cool with me asking you a couple questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so what brought you down here today, brother?
I just don't like the way shit's going.
Okay. And so have you, from what you've seen, has everything stayed positive and peaceful down here?
There was two guys that were kind of being like assholes. One of them walked through the crowd, fuck you guys, fuck all of you. And another one just stood on the double yellow line and just like walk into me.
Okay.
Other than that, that's all I've seen. Everybody else was, hey, you need help? You need up? What do you need?
So some real mild, intentional agitators, it seems like.
Yeah. I don't even know if you call them agitators. They're probably just locals that things are going on. I don't like this today.
Yeah.
And that was it.
So everything else has been cool, mellow vibes, people loving each other, taking care of each other?
Pretty much. I did, like I said, other than those two, everybody else was cool. People just being nice to each other.
That's exactly what I was hoping to find down here, man. That was exactly what I'm hoping that, and I hope that it stays that way. I know that we've seen a lot of stuff from other areas, and of course, the more sensationalized stuff is the stuff that makes the news.
Yeah.
So we wanted to come down and we just wanted to give like an on the ground, boots on the ground idea of what's happening in downtown Eugene.
It was very kumbaya.
Very kumbaya? That's what we love to hear. That's how it should be. We're all U.S. citizens or people that want to be in the U.S. here. We should all be on the same side, whether we have differences or whatnot and opinions. We should all be able to love and respect each other and all hopefully want what's best for this country, even if we disagree on what that is.
Yeah, and to me, it's like you got one set of rules, apply it equally to everybody.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you start, these rules are good for you, but not them, then things go bad.
Equality.
That's a good way.
Basic human rights, equality across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to like your neighbors, but don't start shit with them because they're just people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know, man. That's kind of how I see it.
Well, brother, what was your name?
Rob.
Rob, good to meet you. JD.
Yeah, I know who you are, man.
Right on,
I
man.
follow you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother. I hope you guys have a blessed day, man.
Yeah, I did.
Stay safe from the traffic.
I didn't recognize you, but I knew the voice.
Yeah, the voice gets people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have a killer day.
You too, man. It was great to meet you. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah. Later, all.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a blessed day. Stay safe. So the reports that we're getting is that everything has been calm. Everything's been kind. People have been offering each other, snacks and drinks. People have been very unified, and that is best case scenario. That's exactly what we want to see in a situation like this, is just people being kind, people loving each other, We'll see how things get when we get to the more crowded areas, though. Bro, I love this tractor so much.
I know, right? All this old stuff is super cool.
Yeah. Is that like a classic John Deere?
Oh, yeah.
Oof. So we have a John Deere out for our farm, but that thing, get a nice shot of that thing. Look at that thing. You guys are going to think I'm a nerd, but I think that thing is just beautiful, bro. That antique John Deere just really does it for me. Puts a little pep in my step, brother. Where are we at with the chat? Any supers? Well, let's address that super.
I jumped in, answered a couple of questions. People were wondering where we were. I jumped in and kind of answered some questions.
Nice. Lil Devil 420, thank you so much. Hey JD, I love your channel. I've been watching for a bit, and as a vet, it's nice to get a fresh look at topics not a lot of people will touch, and I like how straightforward you are. Be safe out there, brother. Semper Fidelis. Yo, I love you so much. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your positivity, and thank you for being a part of our community here. We are so proud to have so many people who are active duty and veterans in this community. Like you guys, we don't do enough to honor you guys. So here we like to make sure that we take the time to do that because you guys deserve that. I love you. And watch out for that because I almost died twice. I don't watch where my big ass size 13s are going, ever.
We basically want to keep pushing that way.
Yes. Well, so is it the federal courthouse or is it the...
Yep.
It's not the just the normal courthouse?
No.
Okay.
It's all about them feds.
Okay, there we go. That does make a lot more sense. Normally when we have protests, a lot of the times it starts at just the Eugene or the Lane County courthouse down here. We also have a Saturday market where just traditionally, long before weed was legal here, people would just post up on the courthouse steps and play drums and rock out and smoke weed on the courthouse steps every single Saturday. Just kind of as an act of fun and defiance at the same time. And the police would be just standing there and they would watch, and they didn't arrest people. I was pretty stoked on that. If they just saw you smoking, even though it was not legal at the time, they would just let it ride. You got, okay, cool. So we're gonna give Graves a quick bathroom break before we walk further into this. And he found some porta potties. It does smell like a skunk out here, I will report. And that's not from the porta potties. That's like a good skunk, not the bad type of skunk. I see a cool dog, which makes my day every time. I am never not excited to see a dog. I don't know about you guys. It looks like we have an event over here with live music, which is probably unrelated because this is kind of a yuppie hub right here. But you know, it's all good. We're having fun out here. Big Bill.
Yo.
How many blocks are we to the federal courthouse? I know you're more acquainted with the federal courthouse than I am.
I am. Unfortunately, I'm pretty familiar. Yeah, so we're about 2 blocks off, two and a half at this point, I would say. We're just about there.
Real quick, life with Gigi. Stay safe from Canada. Love you, Gigi. Thank you so much. Daniel said, let me buy them shoes. Bro, I love my shoes, bro. I can't get rid of them. They're old and dirty now. Julie Hansen, love you guys. Have a good day. We love you too, sis. Thank you so much. JH, I appreciate your support for queer folk and the rights of all in this country. We absolutely support everyone in this country. Educated Hillbilly. A real American doing real shit and bringing it to real Americans. Love you and proud of you, JD. Keep doing your thing. You are making a difference. I love you so much, Educated Hillbilly. Thank you so much for the love and support to all of you guys. You guys are incredible and astounding, and you are the reason that we keep doing what we're doing every day out here. I'm going to give this back over to Graves, who feels better now, right? There you go.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate your cervix, Graves. I feel like that's some very calming music. Maybe that's what's keeping everything mellow. Oh, is that just...
That's extension of the Saturday market event.
Okay, cool.
This is like the north edge of the Saturday market, pretty much.
Have they expanded the Saturday market at this point?
Not really. There's just satellite areas where they have like pop-up events for other vendors and other local restaurants and whatnot.
I just don't know because I never leave my house anymore.
Right.
I got in recovery and leaving the house is just not on the menu unless I'm doing something for work. That smell is terrible. What the fuck? Where did that come from?
Yeah, that's thick. I don't know what that
No,
is.
it's real life butt juice, bro.
Yeah, that's real. Whatever that is super real.
Yeah, at first I just thought it was some food that isn't like particularly my style. I don't think that's food I think that's been digested.
So yeah, we should up a block and just start working that way.
Yeah, so I'm definitely seeing more congestion up there. We're headed to where it's going to be getting a little bit more packed out and full. We'll be talking to some people, seeing what motivated them to come down here today. What they'd like to see from this whole situation, and what their experience with it so far has been. Hopefully things will stay peaceful and calm and productive and send the right message here.
Got a bunch of supers.
I read these while you were
Okay, my bad.
yeah, while you were in. No, I appreciate you letting me know. There was a whole bunch of people supportive in the chat, and we love and appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for what you do. I know that the economy is bad, and I know that these little supports here and there, you guys wouldn't be doing it if you guys weren't proud of the work that we're doing in this community. It means so much that you guys are invested in this community that we've all built together, and I love you. And I see more dogs, which again, I'm elated. Oh, it's the same dogs. I keep seeing them. They're beautiful. I never don't want to see a dog. There's never been a point in my life where I don't get amped about a dog. If I'm at a party full of people, I'm looking to see if they have a dog. And if they don't have a dog, I'm silently judging them. Does that make me a bad person, Bill?
Without a doubt, dogs are 1,000 times better than any human on the planet.
I agree. Wholeheartedly. Kind of miss my dogs. That's going to be the hardest part about our Florida trip. We're going to be spending a while in Florida, and anytime I have to leave the dogs, it's not a good time. Taking the wife, though, so that'll be good. So we're down here. This is the back end of...
The old federal courthouse.
Yeah.
Back
This,
in Lane County.
yeah, this is the back end of the Lane County Courthouse. We've got the Lane Public Service Building now. And we see more dogs, which makes us happy every time. The only times that I've had to go to the federal courthouse was for other people's events. Our good friend Corey went to a couple of his court dates.
Saw him the other day.
Higher than astronaut, asshole. I go into the federal courthouse just geeked out of my mind, terrified. But, when the homie is going through it, you want to show up and show support. What's up?
You got 2 more supers.
2 more supers. Hell yeah, let's read these. Andrew, what's up, man? Awesome work. You were braver than me. I love you, Andrew. Thank you so much, brother. And we've got Chaz Kingdom. What's up, man? Love what you do, recovering myself in the UK. Congratulations on your recovery, brother. We are all in this together. I am so proud of each and every one of us who's in recovery, whether that be for substances, mental health, any type of trauma, whatever you are recovering from, eating disorders. Maybe you're a sex addict. Maybe you like to clap cheeks just way too much and it became a problem. Whatever you're in recovery for, we are proud of you and we support you here. We hear a lot of honking in support. I like that they're planting new trees. That's one thing I love about Eugene in particular is all of the trees. I definitely am more of a Florida person now, but palm trees don't compare to getting under the shade of a nice green shits, you know?
I would argue that palm trees have almost no value.
I mean, I'm not going to argue that. I have no rebuttal, sir. Palm trees have little to no value.
Swing the market and feel out that side. It's seeming quiet that direction. I'm wondering where he's headed.
I feel like there's a large presence headed up that street right now. Or maybe that's just a crossing.
Could be either.
Well, the tents are for the Saturday market that we were talking about earlier. Every Saturday during the nice season, we have a bunch of vendors that come down. If you're looking for crystals, if you're looking for homemade deodorant that does not have aluminum in it, if you're looking for organic kombucha, I personally myself am a huge fan of kombucha. But if you're looking for any of that type of stuff, artwork, woodworking stuff, Saturday market has it going on.
Crafts, art.
All of it. Glass blown stuff, which I'm a huge fan of glass blown art as somebody who used to blow glass. I really enjoy
His name
it.
was Glass?
God damn it, bro. You weren't supposed to tell the people on the live stream about that.
I thought that was the whole point. This was like JD Uncensored. I thought that was the title of this live chat.
Well, I mean, we're still on YouTube.
Well,
This isn't Patreon, sir. This isn't your OnlyFans bill. Let's keep decorum.
and on that note, the link to my OnlyFans. No, I'm kidding. Shameless plug.
He goes by the White Punisher.
Please let that term be trending all of a sudden.
That's definitely going to be a trending hashtag, brother.
That's good.
Cool. Fat blob to father figure. I love that name, my brother. Hell yeah. I'm excited for you guys to make your way over to Florida and keep pushing your good word. Congrats on your freedom, JD. Thank you so much, bro. You could take a man out of Florida, but you can't take the Florida man out of a man. And spending 10 years in Florida, I became quite a Florida man. I did most of the things, bro. I checked most of the boxes. I did not get to wrestle an alligator, and I did not get bitten by a shark. Those are regrets I'm going to live with for the rest of my life. But maybe while I'm down there, I could check those boxes. If I can wrestle a gator and get bit by a shark while I'm in Florida, I will have checked every single one. I've been on house arrest. You know what I'm saying? I've bought other people's EBT cards with crystal meth. I have been arrested in my underwear in Florida. And these are things that are Florida prerequisites to being a citizen of Florida. So I've gotten most of them. Now, I will say this. When I was arrested in Florida in my underwear, they actually let me put pants on, as opposed to Oregon, where the 2 times I was arrested in Oregon in my underwear, where it's cold and rainy, they would not let me put pants on here. In Florida, I was like, can I please put on pants? And they're like, please put on pants. What? You're a train wreck. Let's get some pants on you. Here in Oregon, they were like, no. And when they released me from the jail here in Oregon that you guys just saw earlier, at 4 in the morning, in the middle of winter, They released me in my underwear. I didn't like it. Jittery Decaf, great name. As someone who lives outside of Springfield who watches you and unsub, it's wild to see you walking in Eugene. Jittery Decaf, I love you, neighbor. It's great to see you. And Danny Gartner, love your work, JD. You handled your legal situation like a boss, by the way. Thank you. Accountability is the building block upon which I have built my new life. Amazing that you're at the protests. Much love from Toronto, Canada. Yo, love you, neighbor to the north, man. Hell yeah. We love our Canadian brothers and sisters. And we've got Chris Kane. What's up, brother? Running freight from Minneapolis to Pioneer, Ohio. And just got done with a one-headed the other way. Just yesterday, Illinois was gridlocked from IN to WI. Today, I only saw one guy with a No Kings flag that said he was provided to him. Okay, so like a lot of the No Kings stuff, there are a lot of places where they are providing that stuff and gas masks and other accoutrements and garnishes. So Kyle Tripp said, use this to get a soda or a water. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, and so do the homies. The Nickinator. JD, I'm sorry, but your shirt looks like, what? My shirt looks like what? What do you mean? That's crazy. No way. That can't look like that. What do you think, Graves?
That can't be intentional.
You don't think that's an intentional circle jerk? That's crazy. Love you, Nickinator. It's great to see you, my G. Juan Lester, what's up? In recovery for 5 years. Yes, brother. Love what you do and that you're helping people. I'd love to see you come through Maine and help the addicts up here. Man, I always love any opportunity that I get to come and speak to people, to spread recovery, to spread hope, to spread positivity. If I get an invite to go out to Maine and, a place that I could do that, I would be so happy to do it. Let's keep going, you guys. I love each and every one of you. It's crazy. The dude thought that this shirt was some sort of a circle jerk. I mean, I don't see it. Do you see it, Bill?
It's mind blowing when once it's pointed out. You can't unsee it at this juncture.
Do you think mistakes were made?
No, I think it was highly intentional. I think that the original design is clearly making sure to enumerate the values of.
It's multicultural, though.
Right, which is great.
Yeah,
which is great.
For unity.
Right.
For unity and equality. So, just so anybody who doesn't know, who wasn't in the chat when I put my camouflage on, we went down to the mall and had these shirts made so that we would blend in. These shirts are to help us blend into the scene down here so that we don't cause any strife or division. We're here peacefully to just be peaceful people. So this is our camouflage, and we figured it would work. And so far, we've been received with open arms from both sides. Did you say 2 supers? Okay. And Overlord rocks. JD, when you go to Florida, you should get in contact with Sheriff Grady Judd and see who would win in a race. So look, man, the thing is that I actually have already been in contact with the Polk County Sheriff's Office media director, and we are setting up a podcast with me and Grady Judd. So me and Grady Judd will be talking. I've also talked to the media director at Volusia County Sheriff's Office, and I believe that me and Sheriff Mike Chitwood will be sitting down and talking. And if you guys remember from my story, Sheriff Mike Chitwood is the one who, his people chased me around Volusia County for a little over a year. But when I wanted to do my Narcan distribution, he helped me with no questions asked. So, and Drader, I bet that's your favorite shirt, all holding stuff. Yeah, so it's our camouflage that we had made so that we fit in better. Fitting stuff in, you know what I'm saying, brother? So I don't think there's going to be protests at the Whole Foods. God bless you too, brother. I don't think there's going to be protesting at the Whole Foods. Whole Foods is a place of positivity, good health, and way overpriced shit that's probably the same that you would get at a Winco, a Safeway, depending on where you are regionally. but with a box that says organic. What do you think's the move, Bill? What direction?
That's what I'm trying to assess, trying to take some temperatures from the crowd here, trying to get some intel tips, but it seems like the most of them are looking for the groups as well. So it would appear that maybe we've had some dispersion in the last few minutes. At this moment, I don't have any great advice, other than I would say we can loop back up and see what we find.
Well, you know, the reality is that this was supposed to be highly organized, but I didn't see a location other than the federal courthouse, which said 8th Street. And
keep moving that way and see what we see.
it was supposed to disperse at 2, which in my opinion, I was thinking that most of the people who were here with good intentions and going to keep it lawful would probably disperse at 2. But let's head down here and see what's going on, you guys. For those of you who have just joined us, we are live streaming from the protests in downtown Eugene, Oregon. You know, I support everybody's First Amendment right to assembly and to protest. If they feel that things in this country are not going the way that they want, people fought and died for our right to do this. And there are other countries where if you protest, they will lock you up. They will wrap you up. They will take you somewhere. A man will look up your butthole, and they'll keep you in jail, possibly prison. So I love that we have the right to do this, and I support everybody's right to peacefully protest, whether I agree with them or not. I don't have to agree with you to want you to have your First Amendment rights and to support that, just like the men and women who died for us to be able to have these rights. So hopefully they stay peaceable. The second you start breaking laws, property damage, attacking people, attacking law enforcement, that turns into something else. That's a fucking riot, my guy. Oh my God. Wow, okay. I gotta catch up on these real quick. Slender. Hold on one second, let me flip this. Slender. There's a few protesters out here in Yuma, Arizona. Thankfully, nothing has gotten violent. Let's just say, I hope it stays that way. I pray it does. I'm praying that it stays peaceful across the nation. That's what's best for everybody, bro. Drader, sunscreen or a hat for Bill? He needs a camo hat. You need a camo hat. Are you wearing sunscreen today, Bill?
You know, I'm not. We need it so infrequently here in Oregon that I don't even own any.
I have some in the backpack if you'd like some, brother. I come prepared like a true alpha. I brought snacks. Educated hillbilly. Do the government buildings. That's where they are. That's where we're headed right now, is the federal courthouse, to the government buildings, which are right yonder way. Brian Keener, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. That support is paramount. I love you, bro. Looks beautiful there, JD. Stay hydrated, cool, and buy the homies some good grub. Love y'all. Looks like a peaceful city. I'm in Lorain, Idaho. No protests here yet, except a woman holding a No King sign she made. Well, hey, we've got, so far today, we've seen nothing but peace, unity, people coming together, people smiling at each other, people being supportive, and that's what we love to see in this country. You see a circle jerk, I see 5 fellas that have options. Hey, everybody loves options. Hell yeah. For you guys who don't know, this is my camouflage. We had these shirts made so that we could blend into the crowd and, you know, keep things peaceable out here. Mike said, oh, that's a beautiful dog. Mike said, I've always wondered this, but does the 5150 in your name have anything to do with Van Halen? 5150 is a police code for an involuntary site commitment in California. Much love from Texas to you and Jay Williams. We love Jay here, and we love you, Mike. It's actually not to do with Van Halen and more to do with my mental health struggles. I've never been involuntarily committed, but I probably should have been at many points in my life, brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's more a statement about mental health to me. And Wolfie said, there is still time. I could still get that 72-hour grippy sock vacation at any given moment, family.
Don't rule anything out.
Wolfie said martial law is coming to push facial recognition and bring in ID, CBDC, one world government, 15-minute cities, Agenda 2030. You'll own nothing and be happy. We're in the end times. Well, that's kind of why I'm so happy that everything down here seems to be so peaceful, and unified, because what I'm seeing down here doesn't seem to be pushing us towards that, and I'm hoping that it stays that way and doesn't turn into something ugly. Carl said, as a Brit, I can't encourage this behavior. If I was to, I'd risk arrest, and we don't want to see that for you, brother. We love you. So stay safe and abide by the laws wherever you're at so you don't end up getting arrested on some dumb shit, bro. We love you. All right, we're going to head down to the federal courthouse, because I believe that's where things should actually be popping. I can see it from here, and I'm pretty stoked on that. It does look pretty empty.
I think one more block north.
One more block north?
I think we loop back that way. It seems to be a bunch of people.
Okay, we're gonna go one more block north then.
Looks empty.
We're gonna follow Bill's instincts.
Smell the chaos.
Do you, is that what that smell is?
I feel like that might be it.
I can only smell sunscreen. It's my first day of the year wearing sunscreen. I mainly put it on because I got a fresh tattoo that I don't want to burn out this brand new tattoo that's already dug into old scar tissue.
Right.
Because the first time I got it in a trap house, and it didn't turn out quite as well as I was hoping. It got dug out a whole lot, so a lot of it fell out.
Something to be said for trap house tattoos. You know what I mean? The bar is just not where it used to be. You know what I mean?
So I think it goes like, prison tattoos seem to be much better than trap house tattoos.
Without a doubt.
Most of the time, when I got tattoos in prison, the person tattooing me was sober. Not all of the time, most of the time.
And usually they get their equipment from the cops, so it's the same stuff they have on the street.
I've only really generally had one sober trap house tattoo, and that was from my tattoo artist that I go to his shop today. He owns his own shop. When he was first starting out, we started out in the trap, bro. We started from the bottom. Now he's got his own shop. So he's definitely come a long way. We're mad proud of him. We're seeing signs, remove the Mad King. No fake king. Some of these are a little bit more difficult to read. I want to ask the chat, does anybody feel like the president that we have right now is being viewed as a king? I know he made a statement saying he doesn't feel like a king because of all the backlash he's getting. To be fair, I do believe that historically kings had a lot of backlash, but not as much actual governmental process to stop the things that they were doing. Now we're definitely seeing more movement. We're getting some momentum out here. We have a Make Nazis Scared Again sign. History has its eyes on you. I like my ice crushed. So we're seeing more signs now.
Quite a group up here.
Yeah, that's where people are congregated.
I think that's the edge of the group that I saw when I first got down here that was pushed this way by EPD.
Yeah.
I think they were getting them away from the jail.
It's actually hot out today.
It's getting there.
I'm actually getting sweaty. I can tell you right now, if we were out in Florida right now, I would be in some hoochie daddy shorts and flip-flops in this weather. There would definitely not be a shirt going on. We've got some folks saying stop police gang stalking. We had a Pee Wee Hitler sign with some sort of a drawing of somebody on it.
My personal favorite so far.
Yeah, the Pee Wee Hitler sign? Yeah.
Maybe top three. Maybe top three at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, the creativity, the arts and crafts,
right.
The energy.
Like, don't just go with a Sharpie and a whiteboard. Like, if you're gonna take the time to come down here, like, dress that fucking sign up. You know what I mean?
I had shirts printed, my guy.
No, hey, nobody's attacking you. Nobody's attacking.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, I put in effort.
No, you did without a doubt.
And money, and you didn't even wear your shirt. Can you explain to us why you didn't feel comfortable wearing your shirt that we had printed for you, sir?
So here's the thing. While I incredibly appreciate and respect that you printed the shirt, the genuine fear in my soul that someone I would know from my personal or my professional life would see me in such an article of clothing God forbid a picture was taken, or this live stream for that matter, it'd be preserved in history forever.
There's thousands of people in the live stream right now, just so you know.
Right, I'm aware of that, and that's amazing. And I can't have a photographic record of that. I couldn't live with myself.
Okay. So
I'm
it's
here
more
and I
of a.
support this. I'm here and I support this, and I'm all about it. I don't want to burst into flames. You know what I mean? I can't. Nobody. That's bad for me.
So it's more of a shirt you'll lounge at home in on your off time when you're more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I am in the privacy of my own home. There's no telling.
Okay, excellent. And this is the shirt that we are talking about. Do we have supers? Oh my goodness. So Carlos, thank you so much. Sup JD, I'm joining you guys during my lunch break. I love what you guys do. You guys are doing to inform. I hope y'all stay safe. Thank you so much, Carlos. I hope you enjoy your lunch, brother. Hulk smash. Be safe out there, man. Hope things stay chill. So far, everything has been really chill. Everybody's been really calm. Everything's been peaceful, and that's exactly what we like to see. A lot of love and unity. What's up?
I follow you.
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? It's great to meet you, my man.
Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. You having a good day out here?
Yeah, just come check out the scene.
Huge love and respect to you, brother. Hell yeah. Educated Hillbilly said he doesn't view himself as a king. Trump is trying to save the United States. I support him 100%. Trump is fuck around, find out. MAGA is not Republican or Democrat. It's a movement, and a movement that 80% of the country supports. So, and that's, I feel like there are a lot of people that feel that way. Not as much in the state of Oregon. Oregon is a very, very blue state. So that's why we have camouflage to fit in. We had these shirts custom made for this event so that we could just sort of blend, if you know what I'm saying. So let's get up here where I think the main congregation of peeps is at. That's that song. The Fuck Donald Trump song is the song that TikTok is always recommending to me. I'll like finish my video and I'll go to post it, and all of a sudden it'll just jump in there for no reason. Like, I've never once looked it up. I've never once listened to it, and it just pumps it in there. And as far as I know, I think it's just those words over and over again.
I think so. I think the algo is just pushing in your direction. You know what I mean?
My algorithm pushes a lot of crazy shit at me on TikTok. So, it looked like there was a high congregation of people here earlier. A lot of people honking in support of signs. And there's another dog. Beautiful dog, ma'am. What do you think? Is the federal courthouse
It's right there.
right there?
It's completely empty. At this point, I think everybody's walking a lap. I think the groups got broken up. EPD was actually present, and a little bit earlier, I think the big groups got broken up, and I think they're walking laps. Because we've seen some of the same folks over and over.
So it seems kind of shut down almost at this point.
Agreed.
I feel like the momentum is kind of gone, and I feel like there's not much that's happening. And it seems like from everything that we've been able to gather, it seems like everything was peaceful. It seems like everybody was in good spirits. Seems like everything was pretty unified. I haven't seen any of the stuff that I've seen from other places that has been, the live streams with Nick Shirley. I don't take my information from mainstream media. I go to sources that are actually live streams from the ground, because I like to get my stuff firsthand without people tossing their opinions in it. Nick Shirley ran into a lot of trouble down in LA. He was actually attacked and called homophobic slurs for just being there. And then in New York, he was attacked, not physically. He was physically attacked in LA. And then in New York, he was surrounded, and law enforcement actually had to come in and get him out, even though he stays relatively neutral. So I haven't seen any of that type of energy. I haven't seen any violence. All I've seen down here is people exercising their First Amendment right to peaceful protest, which we 1000% encourage. We love to see that shit. That shit is one of the founding principles that our country is based upon, is the right of the people to take to the streets and let their word be known. We haven't even seen people blocking roads. So I'm pretty encouraged by the situation that we've seen down here. I haven't seen one thing that I would say was destructive, illegal, or anything close to that. And as you can tell, there's a lot of people in support here honking. So, it doesn't matter to me whether I agree with what's going on or not. If people are exercising their constitutional rights, I support that because I support everybody's rights. Oh, there's a cute little chihuahua. Beautiful dog, brother. So, so far, I'm really, really encouraged. I think that we're probably going to jump off here. If we do run into anything crazy down here, I'm gonna take these guys and get them some food. If we do run into anything crazy down here, we will be jumping back on. But I want to thank each and every one of you guys, man. I appreciate you riding out with us today. I love each and every one of you. Carl said, hey, JD, if you find yourself in the UK, give me a shout out. I'm about to leave the place and become one of those ICE subjects. Yo, honestly, bro, I would love to visit the UK, but because of my felony record, the UK will not let me in under any circumstances, unfortunately. Hopefully, after I get all of my past crimes expunged, maybe they'll give me the opportunity. But until then, and I'm not even sure if they would then because, I'm sure they'll still be able to see him. We're going to have to see how that goes, but I love you, brother. Back Thunder said, yeah, I hate all government equally. Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot. I work for the government. I still hate the government, though. That's that energy we love to see. Just because you work for them doesn't mean you have to love them, bro. And I'll tell you this right now. I do not trust our government at all. I love you guys. We're going to jump off here. If anything crazy pops off, we'll be right back at it again. Hold on. Wait. 650. I'm sorry. I almost missed your super. 650 said, love from San Francisco Bay Area. Man, I grew up down in the 707 down in Santa Rosa. I love the Bay Area down there. It's absolutely gorgeous. Huge love and respect to you, and thank you so much for your support. Till we either see something crazy or until the next live, guys, we love you so much, and we'll be seeing you soon. One love, be good or be good at it.